be talking about Arnold.
So we're gonna be talking. I guess this is our last video because you guys are probably all like, "Man, I'm tired of fucking flipping through videos after videos." So this will be our last video for a while. We're gonna be talking about our influences, like what bands actually influence us to play our style of music, and play a guessing game of how much our shit cost. So we'll start off with influences, I guess.
Well, like I said, back in the day, I used to listen to rap. First song I ever heard was Never Heard. Yeah, the first song I heard was Never Too Late by 3 Days Grace. That kind of like grunge kind of tone, but it's like also really straightforward. Like it's kind of like downstrokes. Like you might be hearing random noises. Like it's like really straightforward. I guess my biggest influence when I was a little kid was Joe Satriani. I obviously didn't know the guy's name. The first time I ever saw the guy play was on PBS Kids. It was Thanksgiving. Like I was expecting to see some cartoons, you know what I mean? But you know, during Thanksgiving they cut that shit out. They start playing random crap like the President's Speech or like every now and then. They were playing Joe Satriani. He's like an instrumental guitarist, and like I always loved his music because it was like a lot of soloing. And I freaking love solos. That's like one of like the things I like love about being in a band. These guys usually make me play solos, and a lot of clean stuff too. I guess my major influences is Red Hot Chili Peppers. Rise Against is like my top favorite. Thrice is in there too, just like this guy right here. And mostly any band that has a lot of soloing in it, like Metallica, AC/DC, stuff like that. I guess like one of the most complicated songs I ever played due to my influences was the Power Rangers theme song, Mighty Morphin. If you guys recall, I think that video is up on the page too if you guys want to watch it. But yeah, that's pretty much my influence. It's all about Rise Against for me, Thrice, anything that has soloing in it, and anything that sounds metal. Metallica, obviously, it's like that oldies kind of metal, but yeah, it's pretty much what like if you guys hear my music, you're always going to hear me playing like the same shit over and over again, but that's because that's how bands stick. Our band is a little bit more different because we come from really different influences. I'm more metal. This guy's, I know Anthony is indie. My brother is alternative, and this guy is kind of like in between with all of us.
I'm all over the damn place.
But yeah, no, that's about my influences. I don't know about Arnold.
Well, let's see. My influences. Oh, I started off, you know, heavy metal, Metallica, Disturbed, Korn, and all that. And then I started progressing to. I thought there was only one type of rock. I didn't know there was different genres. So as soon as I figured out the whole genre scene, I started jumping from band to band. But I guess my biggest influence it's different for me because I am mostly bass and vocals. So for me, I could have I like one band due to their vocals and one band due to the bass. But I guess my all-time favorite would be Thrice, and I have Jerry to thank for that because he one day made me a mix CD and said, "Yo, listen to this fucking band, they're fucking awesome." I'm all like, yeah, I'll get to it when I get to it. I think during the time, my favorite band was, what was it? Crap, I think it was Nirvana. I was listening a lot to Nirvana. It's just like, oh yeah, Smells Like Teen Spirit on repeat, like 99 times a day.
I remember that shit. That's all they would play back in the day. Every time they came here to the house, I would be like sitting over here doing my homework like a little bitch. And now the first thing I hear is, that's all I would hear, like 24 hours a fucking day. My brother would have that shit on replay because they were playing that for the talent show, I think.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. So then I decided, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to just pop in this CD. What's the worst that's going to happen? And the first song that played on that CD was TNC by Thrice. And that song is still my favorite to this day. And I heard this song like years ago. And I was like, holy shit, the lyrics were amazing, the guitar riffs were freaking unbelievable, the bass was just out of this world. I'm like, man, how many albums does the guys have? So I ended up going like on LimeWire, when LimeWire was still up and running back in the day.
Now it's all about BitTorrent.
Yep, BitTorrent and stuff. And I just downloaded like all all the albums. I didn't even care about Viruses. I'm like, I want it all. And I just started listening to them, and Dustin's lyrics were just like so influential to me. I was like, wow, I want to write stuff like him, play like Eddie, the bassist. So Thrice is my biggest influence. Then it dropped down to the Foo Fighters, Dave Grohl, just because of Nirvana. He was in other bands, Queens of the Stone Age, Foo Fighters, plays with Motorhead. I guess my most influential bassist would be Lemmy of Motorhead, just because he's a fucking god. The way he sings and does bass is kind of like me. Just I want to be like Lemmy, even with a little Lemmy stash, if I could. Let's see, but yeah, Rage Against the Machine, Brad Wilk, he's another good influence. I wanted to, I guess guitar-wise, I wanted to one day play like Tom Morello, but I'm like, man, that's too fucking hard. He's got way too much equipment and stuff. I'm too broke for that. But yeah, those are my influences. I mostly stick to the, alternative rock kind of genre, but sometimes if I'm feeling it, I'll drop C and play some System or some heavy metal stuff like Metallica or Disturbed. But my all-time favorite would be Thrice. Thrice is top.
We're always switching pretty much. We all went through like different phases. Like this guy went through Metallica phase, Nirvana phase, and then he stuck with like one that he brought into the band. For me, probably like the most influential that like guitar-wise is I would probably have to say is the band Killswitch Engage and then Black Veil Brides. I went through like a really emo phase sophomore year, and that yeah, pretty much like my hair was like probably like covering my eyes a bit. Sometimes they would tell me they were gonna give me detention at school and all that shit. I'm like, fuck that shit, I don't care about that.
I'm gonna cut myself.
Nah, I didn't get to the point of like cutting myself. I was like more into the style and all that crap. Mostly because I listened to like Killswitch Engage a lot. Like they would always play like Drop C and like some crazy shit like. Like crazy shit like that. Like I got so influenced by that I started playing like really complicated chords, mostly like really heavy metal, and I brought that into the band. Like a lot of our music is like you might hear like some heavy stuff in there, while at other times it's gonna be light stuff, really acoustic stuff. We mix it a lot. You guys are gonna be listening to our stuff during the summer because we're gonna be recording. We still don't have a set date for like release of the songs, but when we get to it, you guys are going to hear like a lot of different styles. Dragonflies in December, really mellow, very slow, very clean. Angel of Admire, not so much. It's like really more mellow, but at the same time, it's more grungy. We have Never Trust an Angel, which we were working on a couple of hours ago, like about an hour ago. That was a lot more fast-paced. It's like Thrice, so we tend to mix it up a lot. But in order for us to mix it up a lot, we need equipment. Yeah, how much do you guys actually think we waste on all the crap that we buy?
Just to make us sound decent.
You guys want to know a fun fact? We're holding up the camera right now with a fucking pedal that costs around $200 pretty much. This guitar on average costs around
about $2.99.
$2.99. Picks, they're usually like $3. We go through like maybe a box of like 6 pieces, like they're about $6 a piece. Microphone stands, $30 each. We have 2 mics. One of them costs $30 for us. The other one costed around $70.
Guess who bought the $70 one?
Our drum set, the drum set itself was a starter edition. That was a good $300. The cymbals, we interchanged them, and the drum heads plus the pedals, that was a good maybe another $200 right there. The guitar stands that we have right here, they're a good $30 too, a $10 one. We've gone through maybe like at least 6 amps at the moment. Let's see, we have 1, we have 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 6. We have actually 7 amps that we've gone through here in the band. Each amp depends around the price range. I have 2 amps. Both of them are 15 watts. and both cost me about $100 each. Arnold bought himself a $100-watt amp, and that shit cost
me $399. $400 for Big Bertha over there.
Yup, and you know, that pedal is not the only one that we have. Anthony has 3 pedals actually. One cost him $100, the other one cost him, what was it, a good $80 maybe?
And then the Big Muff that I bought was $130.
Yep. You can't forget my special pedal right here. It's what I like to use. I got it hooked up right now. That shit right here cost me a good $200 too. Plus all the cables that you gotta buy. That's another $30 right there. Plus the guitars that we have in general. This, like I said, this one cost me a good like $299. Like this guy sold it to me used. It was $70. But buy it when I can imagine when they actually bought like the real thing. I have an Epiphone over here. It's like my second guitar. That one cost me around $110. Arnold has a starter guitar. That's another like good $80. Anthony has 3 guitars. He's got himself an acoustic. On average, that should cost probably like maybe $50 or so. His newest guitar, which was an Epiphone, I think that cost him a good $200 too. His Telecaster, that one cost him $200 too. Arnold just bought himself a bass recently. He got
a legit name brand bass, a Fender jazz bass. That cost me a good $800.
$800.
Then I bought a legit Epiphone SG Silverburst because I always wanted one. Like since the Minority days, I always wanted a Silverburst guitar, and that cost me a good $500.
That's a good amount of money. If you guys add that up, I'd say in order for you to be in All But One,
you gotta be balling.
You gotta be balling pretty much. Like this shit we didn't obviously buy in one day. Except for Arnold, because he kind of goes, flies over to Guitar Center sometimes and he just goes crazy.
I just go ham.
But a good maybe $5,000 if you wanted to start a band.
$5,000, not including gas, the food we eat, because you know me and him are gonna go to Wingstop. That's like our joint. They probably know us there.
Yep, this guy, he usually gives him the wrong name.
Yeah, I tell him my name's Tepe. And they're like, really? Is that your name? It sounds so exotic.
How do you spell that?
Teppei.
And then they're like calling his name Tepe.
What's your name, Tepe?
Yeah. Stupid. Yeah, then. We have a lot of fun doing the shit we do. If you guys want us to play a couple of shows, I mean, usually the first stages of the band, we don't usually charge because we want to get our name out there first in order for us. I mean, like, what the hell is the point of us charging if, like, you don't know who the hell we are? So we're going to be playing, hopefully, a couple of venues during the summer. Remember, Never Trust an Angel comes out this summer, too. Unfortunately, we're not going to be playing the town show. They canceled that shit. So, but
I mean, if you guys want to hear us play, or got a backyard that needs fucking up, hit us up.
Yeah, pretty much. But
we'll play.
We've gone over the history of the band, what our band names mean, how much money we've wasted, some of our influences, some jokes. That's pretty much what goes on at All But One. We practice every now and then. We have fun doing it.
Yeah, we establish a brotherhood, basically. We are the Fusroda clan.
Fusroda. And then there's Doba.
Which is Anthony.
Because, there's not enough room for
the Fusroda.
But yeah, that's pretty much what goes on here at All But One. If you guys have any questions, hit us up. We'll answer it maybe in another video. You guys want to see some covers, or if you want to see a little bit more of our material, if you want to get to know us a little bit more personally, or maybe even ask us to play like a free show for you guys, get our name known out there. As always, like and share, and look out for Never Trust an Angel. It comes out this summer. Hope you guys like that shit. So,
yep.
Catch you guys later.
We're about to go get some mud butt because we're hungry. Catch you guys on the flippies.